Awesome news, Capital One fans. So, Capital One has just released two new business cards, and this could not come at a better time when a lot of us travel hackers are needing to pivot away from Chase and Hyatt due to the recent devaluations and just simply card eligibility changes. This is just such a perfect example of that when some doors close in the world of free travel, other doors open. So never ever freak out thinking that you got in too late to this game because we're always getting surprised with killer new card offers like this one. Okay, so Capital One Spark Miles are now defunct. They have both been rebranded as Venture Cards. Although, if you have Spark cards, you are still eligible for these new cards as your existing Spark cards will not convert to a Venture Business Card. But before I get into the details of each of these two new cards, I first need to put out there that these cards will no longer count against your Chase's 524 status. They have in the past, so the fact that they no longer show up on your credit report is amazing for travel hackers who still want to stay eligible for Chase's credit cards. So the most amazing offer is with the $95 annual fee Venture Business Card. This Venture Business Card replaced the Spark Miles Business Card. You can now earn up to 150,000 sign-up bonus points with this two-tiered offer. You earn 75,000 points, or Capital One calls them miles, when you spend $7,500 in the first 3 months. But if you can spend $30,000 in the first 6 months, which is really just another 22,500 more dollars, then you earn an additional 75,000 miles. This would equal $5,000 in monthly spending for 6 months to earn 150,000 Capital One miles. Of course, this card offer is coming out after we already paid our giant tax bill, but if you can count on your property taxes, homeowners insurance, kids' summer camps, you might find that this is actually possibly feasible for you. The Venture Business Card earns 2 points per dollar spent on everything, plus comes with a $50 annual credit to use in the travel portal. If you don't already have global entry or TSA PreCheck, now would be a great time to get it with all the airport TSA chaos lately, because this card also comes with a $120 credit to cover those fees. It also has another $50 annual credit that covers advertising or software. So we're like seriously coming out ahead of the $95 annual fee with all these super easy credits. And then secondly, Capital One's Spark Miles Select business card has become the Venture One business card. This card has a sign up bonus of 50,000 points after spending $4,500 in your first 3 months. But it has no annual fee and earns 1.5 points per dollar spent on everything. Now, if you already have the Venture X business, you are still eligible for these lower annual fee cards, which is awesome, unlike their new personal card policy, which states that once you have the Venture X, you can't earn the lower annual fee Venture Card sign-up bonus, unless, of course, it's been 48 months since you last earned the Venture X sign-up bonus. Now, you know that Capital One is a little bit harder to get approved for, so here are my suggestions to up your odds of approval. First off, since Experian is the most commonly checked credit report by card issuers, this one will most likely have the most hard number of credit inquiries. You can try keeping Experian frozen, but unfreezing your TransUnion and Equifax reports before applying to up your odds of approval. This has actually worked countless times for other travel hackers, as Capital One checks all three credit reports, but only needs two to proceed with your application. Second tip, when you get to the card's application question asking if you plan to carry a balance, say yes, you plan to do it often. Again, lots of other travel hacker data points show that those who say yes, even though you don't actually, but rather pay off your card every month, do actually have significantly higher odds of approval for all Capital One cards. Likewise, tell them that you do plan to use your card for cash advances and larger than $10,000 purchases. You want them to think that they're going to make money off of you. I know that the Venture Business Card's $30,000 minimum spend might be a really tough cookie to swallow, and you might be wondering if it's truly worth sacrificing other new card sign-up bonuses. Now, even earning just the first part of the tiered bonus, or 75,000 miles, is still a decent deal for Capital One miles, especially when you take into account your annual fee is like $0 with all the super easy credits that accompany this card. But don't forget that when you're earning 2 points per dollar spent on everything, you'll really earn 90,000 points after spending $7,500 on the first tier. And then 210,000 points after spending $30,000. You earn 60,000 Capital One miles just from the spending alone, and then of course another 150,000 points from the sign-up bonus. Again, diversifying your points to focus on free travel outside of Chase and Hyatt could not come at a better time. Capital One miles are also some of the easiest points to use, as you can cash out 1 point per dollar spent on anything that codes as travel. Capital One also transfers to Wyndham and Choice hotels, which are not the most luxurious in the US, but Holy smokes, check out Wyndham's Grand Palladium resorts that you can book in the Dominican Republic or Jamaica or Mexico for just 30,000 points. They're all inclusives. Choice hotels are also great for families in Europe, and they also have a ton of international airlines like Air France, British Airways, and Turkish Airlines. I hope that helps, and of course, like and subscribe to stay in the know with travel hacking and everything. Lean on travel.